The truth about beach property financing, why it's different, and we have options to make it happen.
Are you dreaming of owning a beach property? Whether it's a vacation rental, a second home, or an investment property, South Padre Island has incredible opportunities. But financing can sometimes feel like you are navigating uncharted waters, especially when you're looking at condominium properties. Did you know that some beach properties cannot be financed through traditional means? From condominiums with a front desk or short-term rental units, these are unique setups and can pose a challenge for conventional lenders, but not to worry, we've got a solution for you. Here is the truth. Properties in a coastal area, such as South Padre Island, can be more difficult to finance, and traditional loans may not work for the property that you pick.
Bottom line is that it depends on the property. Here's where the issue arises. Traditional financing requires a condo questionnaire be completed. Questions such as, is there a front desk? What percentage of the units are rented out? Are short-term rentals allowed? If the answer is yes to these questions, traditional financing most likely will not work. Lenders hesitate if a condo complex is operated like a hotel. But don't let that stop your beachside dreams.
It's no secret. Local banks are more successful here on South Padre Island in financing properties than national lenders. We're going to explain why that is. When you use a national lender, they are going to have to conform to strict guidelines set primarily by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So when we come to a local lender like First National Bank here on South Padre Island, these are people that live here. The bank has relationships with the people in the businesses that it takes to close a real estate transaction and have portfolio financing, which is aggressively priced and does not have the constraints of Fannie and Freddie VA FHA. They know the real estate market here and that it is unique. It's a different kind of market than if you're in, let's say, a large metropolitan city. As a buyer, you really need a local resort expert to get your transaction to the closing table successfully. As indicated, on the island, we've got condo hotels, we have non-warrantable condos, we have super jumbo loans, and then outside of that, we have raw land outside of the city limits and unique pieces of property on the bay or possibly with wetlands. So if you're working with someone that's not familiar with the area, their underwriter may see this property, get your loan maybe a week or so before closing, and possibly deny the loan because they don't understand the property. And the property does not completely conform with their underwriting guidelines. So here's an example of a purchase that an underwriter with a large or national lender may be reviewing. And if one of the buyer's homes is part of a short-term rental, maybe they rent their house out half a year, they have it in an Airbnb or a VRBO, and the underwriter sees that, they're probably going to Google the property and verify that that is the case and then deny the loan. Whereas if a local bank sees this, they know that's the case, they're okay with it, and oftentimes they even allow this income to be used to qualify you. So you want to use a local lender that's very familiar with the market and the unique properties that we have.
Living on the island and working with both buyers and sellers has made us fully aware of how traditional loans don't work on certain properties, particularly condos. A client may fall in love with a condo unit, but it doesn't work with their financing options. So that's why we're here, to ask you these questions up front and steer you to solutions. This is where local banks come in. With a deep understanding of our island market, they offer tailored financing solutions for our island properties. Our local bank offers more than just loans. They offer peace of mind. Their team understands the island's landscape, ensuring that you get the right term for your dream beach property. We do have local options, such as First National Bank. They are very familiar with the island properties and how to finance them. Melissa, thank you so much for meeting with us today. We are going to talk about the different options for financing properties here on South Padre Island. It's a little different than if you're in a big metropolitan city, so let's learn about it here.
Well, first of all, First National Bank has been financing properties on the island since 1983. Personally, I've been with the bank for 7 years. So we're very familiar with the different types of properties here on the island, and we work with many buyers to purchase and to build.
Perfect. That's got you a good history of experience so that you know exactly what the island properties are all about, how to work with them, and I'm sure you've got a great system down for buyers as well. So, a couple of questions. Can First National Bank finance condominiums with a high percentage of rental units?
Yes, we do. We can help out with that.
Okay.
Definitely.
So that doesn't scare you off if there's a lot of rentals?
No, not at all.
What about with a front desk?
Well, a front desk, we also, that's what makes First National very unique. We understand the different types of properties here on the island, of course, and sometimes out-of-town lenders might find it difficult with the financing. They might just be a little scared.
Yes. So it's something you make them comfortable with, it sounds like. Great.
Definitely.
So what different kind of properties do you finance?
Well, we finance different types, which is maybe single family residence. We finance condos. We also finance condo hotels, lots, raw land. We even finance commercial properties. And we can also help out our customers construct their dream home.
Oh, perfect. So many options. And when you're in a resort area like this, you may not know exactly what you want. So to know that different properties do allow for financing locally is super helpful.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you explain to us the process? So a buyer comes along, and what are the steps needed to be taken to obtain a loan here?
Well, we try to make it as easy as possible for our customers. We provide them a loan application through electronic means, in person, or sometimes even over the phone. Some of our out-of-town customers, they find it difficult and say, well, how can I do that? Of course, we send out everything through email, and we also send them out a small list of documents needed so we can collect their financial information in order to get them pre-approved or pre-qualified.
Perfect. Such a great option to have this electronic process because so many of the buyers here, a majority of buyers, don't live here. They're either moving here or purchasing a second home or starting to construct something. So that's very helpful. I'm glad to hear that. So, Melissa, do you feel like you're competitive, that the bank has competitive rates and programs to offer?
Yes, we offer competitive rates. Of course, we're not a mortgage company, but we think we can offer pretty competitive rates for our customers.
Perfect. And being that you are not a mortgage broker, you are a bank, you lend your own money, whereas a broker does not have that control. So I think you're maybe able to offer some more options.
Yes, that is correct. We
Perfect.
can help that.
Do you have a checklist? You mentioned a form or something with document request on it. Is that something that you could share with us to put in our comments and have available?
Yes, so definitely we can share that list. Of course, it makes it a little easier for our customers to check off and start collecting their documents and send them over to us.
Yeah.
So we can start the loan process.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is super helpful for people who are interested in what South Padre Island has to offer, the different types of properties here. This can give them a kind of peace of mind that there are options for financing.
Yes, and we're happy to help. We're looking forward to assisting all our customers, of course, with their financial needs.
Perfect. Next time, maybe we'll talk about the construction loans that you offer. And I know we just had a client who purchased a piece of land, a unique property, and very happy with your services.
Thank you, thank you. We're happy to help.
Yeah.
And happy to have you back, and we can speak a little more on the construction loans.
Perfect. Yeah, so look out for that video coming up. Thanks,
Thank you.
Melissa.
Thank you.
First National Bank is one of the first banks you see when coming onto the island. They're just west of the stoplight.
Another thing to look out for when you're financing a property on an island or a coastal area, you need to think about the required flood insurance and hazard storm insurance. These policies add to the total cost of the home when you're getting qualified for a mortgage. If you're interested in financing a property at the beach, this is something you really need to pay attention to when calculating that monthly mortgage payment.
Why use a local bank? Faster turnaround, flexibility in lending, and a team that knows the nuances of our unique resort market. Would you like to talk with our local bank about financing options? Reach out to us and we can connect you. There's so many beautiful properties here on the island that you may want to see what your options for financing are. Until next time, this is Denise signing off from the shores of South Padre Island.